It has been like 4 months since I've done one of these UZ and UZ Plus tier lists, and so we have 8 events to go through, and I just realized that some of the characters are missing, so I gotta put them on BRB. The only thing I don't like about this tier list is that these 3 characters are never here. It finally got updated to have like this guy and this guy here, but there's still no Doomsday Punigami up here. There's still no Princess Smogmella, and there's still no whatever this Venox form name is. I don't even know where she was originally, but I'm just gonna put her there. So, and then we have the Konosuba characters that I gotta put on here real quick. So we have 3 rows and then 2 extra characters, like out of just pure characters, which is 8 events. We have 8 events to go through right quick, and I have to redo this. So the last time I did this for YouTube was February like 10th. I'm hiccuping and I can't stop. I hate it. But we in this beginner's guide spreadsheet, I do have this tier list that was updated in March. So we have this too. I gotta update it now. So I went ahead and pre-made the tier list. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start moving some things around. So first up, we're going to put her back here, but then we're going to put Megumin back there. Now we're at a stage where Jane just can't one-shot everything. So now Aqua is pretty good. And then Rem is just like ridiculous. Not to say Jane is any worse, it's just the throne stages, she can't just like purely one shot now. And the rest of Shady has other things to do, so she's not as broken as she was. Then we have Golden Claws here, which is going to get moved up because we're going to put Kyra down there, and I think that's it. You can make arguments that you can even put Golden Claws up here, but the reason that I'm not doing that is because then we're going to put Oki down here because Charming's better than Mysterious. The reason that I'm not going to put Golden Claws up here is because you can even just look at the Charming team and see that you can get away with not having Golden Claws, but if you don't have Idol Elzamechia, the team is like much, much worse. I just find these unities to be much more valuable than Golden Claws. Not to say Golden Claws isn't good. He's actually ridiculous because I don't understand why Yomas have to exist. I hate them. They're just reused assets being sold as paid characters, and only 2 of them are good. Swirliest Gold is like he's not deserving of being a Yoma character in the same tier as Golden Claws and eventually Yokaiju. So Golden Claws, I think you can make the argument that he goes up here because the guaranteed starter ranged and the EX popping is really good, but I just think the unities are slightly more valuable. Just these ones specifically. These ones, like you can make the case that Demon God can also go here, which is whatever. Which actually, you know what, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna put you here, and sure, we'll put Komaki here. Updating this real time. These 2 are on teams that are just bad, so you don't want to be dealing with them. And yeah, I think that's good. And then Idol Mara will put behind you. Doll you, we're going to put above you. So like, yeah, they're just about as good as each other. Actually, I have Beach and Natsuyomi ahead, but I kind of like Doll you better than Beach and Natsuyomi because you don't even need Beach and Natsuyomi from Siderius anymore. The rest are kind of just new characters. We're going to put Blazzaria down here. We're going to put Spectair down there for a second, but we're going to move her around later. And then we're also going to put Yotsuba down here. Then we're going to put Miku also down here. Then, okay, now it's kind of easier to read, except not really. So then we have freaking Omen Enma right after Arachnus. Then we have Blazzaria, and then we're going to put BD down there for a second. Then we're also going to put this one down here for a second. Then we're also going to put Enma down here. So there we go, there's that. Tamonten Ren back here. I had him up here because he was a Feverfill EX popper for Tough, and Tough was like pretty good. However, he's not really too, like, obviously he's still the best EX popper for Tough in 99% of circumstances, but Yokaiju's kind of weird, so we'll talk about that in a second. So then Shuka is going to go up here. You're going to go down here because Eri sucks and you fell off. And then we're going to put Suisei back here for Gore. We don't use her anymore for a reason I'll get into in a bit. Itsuki is going to go back also, but we're going to talk about that in a second. You're going to go down here. So then Oni King is going to go, we're going to put Oni King there. Actually, we're going to put there. Actually, we're going to do that. Sounds about good. Then BD is probably there. Okay, so we're going to do that. Now we have Spectair. Yep, Asu's going to go down there. Football Boy Gold is going to go up here. Actually, And because he has the starter rank, the start big for autoing, I think it's slightly more valuable, overall. But I think Oni King is more important to the team right now. Oni King is like more important to the Enma team right now, but Fudo Boy Gold has more uses outside of just Enma, so that's gonna put him slightly above, I guess, for now. It's not exactly what like the reference image I have is like, but it's close enough to where I think we can go ahead and get started. So all right, so now we're into the new stuff. I'll put timestamps too because I know you have terrible attention spans. So first up, we have Neko Elzemekia. Neko Elzemekia is the reason that what's her face Yotsuba got kicked down a tier. So she is a 100 combo popper that has Heartful Unity and has Fever Fill and also gives slightly more Heartful Unity when she's in the center trait. Originally, I had her up here because she does like 500,000 damage per hit, but now we're going to put her down here, which is better than all of these characters. But 500k per hit with some Unity and like pretty insane stats is pretty nice, but it's not quite enough to be on like these characters' tiers. So next up, we have Meteorite Asu, the mid himself. He is a Fever Fill Soultimate filler with redrop. That is literally nothing special. We're going to put him here. So the reason that this guy, and then eventually BD, why is BD up here? Are these guys here? So actually, we need to put you down. Do I value this guy's mediocre Unity, or do I value Beatrice more? Just so you won't be mad at me, we're going to put you there. Because you people get mad at me no matter what I do. Anyways, that's probably about good. Meteorite Asu just kind of sucks. Eerie just sucks in general, so being a mediocre option for a terrible team does not let you... I would almost put him down here, but he's not quite that bad. So next up, we have Mangetsu. Mangetsu is an... I'm pretty sure you're an afterfill. 100 combo popper. Yeah, with other Sultans can use her thing, and you're shady. So she was kind of decent, but now we have Kizuku is just like way better. So you're going to go down to here. Yeah, sure. Kyra is kind of like the cutoff of useful things. All of these characters like basically never see use besides like the score attack tier because they're score attack. Kyra is kind of the cutoff of like, are you more valuable than a secondary like sub auto option? And these are like auto characters. So actually we're going to put you, because you can guard, I like you a little bit better. We're going to do that. So now we have Hangitsu. Hangitsu is a tough inflate 4 with pop heal and drop big. So the thing with Hangitsu is that she was like already really good and we were having her like here. But now because of Yokaiju, she gets to go up here. Just barely. Because it's actually ridiculous and vile, the things that her and Yokaiju can do to bosses. So next up, we have the Hololive characters. Yep, we're already done with one of the 8 events. So first up, we have Peko. Peko is a UZ plus Fever Fill Fast Fever extender, but it can also have Golf bonus instead of Fever Fill. I mean, she's like, okay, sure. Well, we can put her because the rest of these, well, we'll put here. Because the rest of these, so we're gonna, sure. The golf bonus, it's a Ohajiki bonus. The Ohajiki bonus slightly gives the edge to that. Do I want to do this? Yeah, sure. Things change. So yeah, there we go. There's that fixed. I think, probably, maybe. The thing with Peko is that she's good, obviously, but not necessary because Doll U exists, who is just a better EX popper for Heartful. So next up we have Bunny Girl Subaru. Bunny Subaru is a brave, drop big Unity character, but is an all popper with a chance to crit. Literally carried just by her Unity skill. So we're gonna put her above these guys. I had her below, but we're gonna put her above because she's just on a better team. We have Watame. Watame is weird. She is a charming all popper Soultimate filler with that weird linking skill where once you link 4 Puni, you can like inflate the surrounding ones. And then she has the HP skill, like HP based damage skill. She kind of sucks, in all honesty. We're going to put her down here. So the reason she has no skill to get her Soultimate, she has no skill to use herself multiple times, and she's got this garbage linking skill, which just screws up the board every time you try to use it. And then she's got the HP based skill. So she's just like honestly kind of bad. But because she can do like insane damage, she just barely gets to be in here. I say barely as if she's not over most of the characters here. So, I mean, Saya, I guess I can kind of like move her up just because she's like a revive character on Brave. So there we go. Sure. Fast Fever and Revive on Brave. Even though, like, well, they don't need the Fast Fever anymore, but you're not going to put Saya on the team unless your Brave is like trash. So next up, we have Fubuki. Fubuki is a pre-fill redrop inflate 4 character on Mysterious. So she's directly competing with her. But she's still pretty good, so we're going to put her about here. Yeah, sure, because these are EX poppers that aren't even used. She's good for seal stages, which is pretty good. We just had reset in Puni, and I got a free drink. Let's go. I gotta see what the news is in case it's something I need to like sound the alarms for, which I think is just going to be, oh my god, it's darkness rate up. What? Hang on, what? I'm doing a video, bro. Hang on. All right, so while we're here alive talking about stuff, I need to be cranking for darkness. So I'm just going to be talking about this for a second. We're just going to crank a little bit as I do this. I can go ahead and talk about some of the next characters. So next up we have Swirliest Gold. So the thing with Swirliest Gold is he is nowhere near as good as Golden Claws. He's an all popper 100 he's a 100 combo popper that has a 99% pre-fill, which is 4% more than it is normally. And he just has regular Fast Fever. If they really wanted to like, so like the way that it is now is that Yoma characters have like higher stats and like changed skills. So they're basically what Puni is trying to do is they're trying to make it seem like the Yomas are the new upgrades to Nyanbos, except most of the Yomas suck. Only the new one and then Golden Claws are even like worthy of being paid exclusive characters. I have Moaning Whisper, so we're gonna see if I get Darkness here and now. And I do. Let's go. That's like, I think that was like 4 cranks I did. So let's go. I got Darkness. I have everybody now, and I still have like 350k, I think. Maybe. But the way that they're trying to market Yomas is that they have like better stats and skills compared to Nyanbo characters. And they're like, I have 363k. So Yoma characters have a like 1% chance, but Nyanbo characters have a 0.5% chance. I think they're both scummy. How about you stop making them, Puni? You ever think of that? You ever think of stop trying to sell your old bosses as paid exclusive characters when half of them can't even keep up with the characters of the time? You ever think of that? Only Yo Kaiju is even like I mean, Golden Claws is also pretty good, but Yo Kaiju is like actually ridiculous. This is a paid character. This is not. The only thing he does special is damage. And you want to know who else does damage, but also provides stats? Neko Elzamekia. It's stupid. But because he does so much damage, we're going to put him here. Because Brave has so many unities, you don't really need. And it's like, it's whatever. We're like we're getting in the nitty gritty in here. Anyways, now we have Idol 3, the Tap Inflator one. This is the Score Attack Akane. She is a UZ plus mysterious character with is tap inflating, a redrop, and popping any large Puni can fill her own Soultimate gauge. She's pretty good for Score Attack. So we're going to put her slightly above Lotus Ren because I can. Okay, now we have Okumo. Okumo is a Fast Fever Revive Eerie Fever Extender, which is like good for the team because they have a revive and they need it because they're so incredibly atrocious that they literally cannot survive without this. It's kind of pathetic, but she's still just kind of mid. So we're going to put her, I'm going to put her above BD slightly. So the problem is, you know, Eerie just kind of sucks. She can't really get her Soultimate that bad, and even when she does, she's just kind of like, she's good. And that's kind of it. Next up, we have Mimi Ubayami. Mimi is an inflate 4 with using other Soultimates can fill her Soultimate gauge, and the attack boost skill, which can go up to a 40% damage boost. So she's pretty good. It's just that the rest of Eerie kind of sucks. So we're going to put her... I like her kit better than Asu's, but she's on a worse team, so we're going to put her there. Sure. Jibanyan's here because he kills seal stages, and honestly, killing seal stages with Heartful is way more valuable than the entirety of Eerie, so we're gonna do that. Anyways, next up we have this one. I don't know her name. Kinaku Himena. Is she in Yokai Watch 4? I don't know, I haven't seen her yet, if she is. So anyways, she's basically Subaru, but instead of Unity, she has pre-fill. She just barely gets to be out of the bad units tier, purely because you can use her for autoing. That is literally the only thing saving her. Otherwise, she kinda sucks. Now, we're on to Idol 4. So, the funny thing about this event is that 2 characters suck, but the other 2 are pretty dang good. So first up, we have Komaki. Komaki is a charming fever extender, where any large Puni can fill her Soultimate gauge. So she's pretty powerful for the charming team, and because they have Golden Claw, Swirly is gold, you already have a fast fever. The only problem is that we already have Unity Komaki. And technically for max damage, you would use both of them. But in all honesty, it's kind of easier to just use Shuka. Even JP players I've seen say you get more damage if you bring UZ plus Komaki, but it's honestly way easier to not. But we're gonna put her here because she's got slightly more value than these 2, because these 2 aren't even on the team, and this one you can technically say would be on the best team. So next up is Bunny Eat. Bunny Eat is a mysterious UZ. She was limit break tenable too. She's not even called Bunny Eat. What the heck? She is an all-popper that heals, and she got pop heal, and she has revive, so she has a lot of healing, you know. But you want to know a mysterious character that's really good at healing? Aqua. So the entire thing Bunny Eat does is kind of just negated. So we're gonna do that. I think that's pretty good, and I think that's good. I don't really care about what you say about the specifics of this tier, because I don't care about any of these characters. I don't care about the bad units. I don't care, and I don't care about half of these characters. A lot of these are just mid. So now we get to the fun part. We have UZ Akane, who is a Unity Soultimate filler, where her own Puni can fill other Soultimate gauges. And Unity is pretty freaking good. So we're going to put her about, yeah. I think that's probably about good. So the reason that she's pretty good is because Okuyu exists, and she's got pre-fill Soultimate fill, so it doesn't really matter if Akane can't really get her own Soultimate, because we have ways to get her Soultimate pretty easy. So yeah, she's pretty good. Next up, we have Yuzi Mera. She is an EX popper with Brave Unity, but has afterfill, which kind of sucks on an EX popper, because you want to be able to get the EX popper Soultimate, but you can't really do that with Mera. But because she has Unity, she's pretty good. We're going to put her slightly below Subaru, because original Mera exists, and they're similar colors, and I don't really feel like wasting my time trying to visualize the difference between them. So next up, we're into the Ginja 5 event. Is that what this is? Was it Ginja 5? I don't remember. No, it wasn't. It was 6. Moon Asu is a mysterious fever extender with fast fever and Ginja Unity, and he also has a Ginja Unity as his center trait. So in the center, he's giving himself and Mika, if you use her, a total 38% attack buff, which equates to, I have a calculator, I'm not bothering with this. 38 divided by 2 is 19% total extra damage, which is pretty dang powerful. However, because he doesn't have a skill to get his Soultimate super easily, and because another character that exists, his extra damage actually is completely worthless, so we're actually going to put him down here. But we're going to put him here, because Moon Asu is pretty powerful, and if you don't want to run Aqua, he's the best to bring. But why would you not want to bring Aqua? Next up, we have Emperor Usapion. He looks so freaking cool, but it is so tragic what happened to him. So you remember how Yotsuba came out, and then the literal next event, Elzamekia came out. And Yotsuba died because Elzamekia came out because she was leagues better. Well, the same thing happened with Ginga Emperor Usapion. So he is a Soultimate filler with starter range for 3 units, And using his Soultimate can make other Puni fall large for a little bit after he uses it. So the starter range is pretty good, and the Soultimate fill was pretty cool. And he was basically just like Suisse, but instead of like it did the same amount of damage and also provided some Soultimate filling. But then the little next event we had Niji Sanji, and this guy came out in spoiler. This guy's busted. So Emperor Sapion kind of just has to suffer because of it, and we're going to put him here. Actually, we're going to put him... Nah, I think this is fine. Starter range is kind of the only thing he's got going special for him. Without it, he's kind of just mid. So, anyways, next up we have Yoshitsune, who I always forget exists because I don't have him. Because he sucks. He's an all-popper with a chance to crit, has Fever Fill and Easy Link on the Mysterious team. Being usable on Mysterious literally means nothing. Because, like, I can win with E rank was at. Because the rest of Mysterious is so broken. So you being kind of mediocre and like a damage dealer that can just like fail on Mysterious, yeah, you suck. You deserve to be down here. But we're going to do this just because like being a freaking Soultimate filler is more valuable than being whatever Yoshitsune is trying to be. He sucks. Don't waste your time with him. So next up, we have two more of these characters. We have Corrupt Mangetsu. And then, like, the Hangetsu is a triple Z for some reason, which kind of sucks. But Mangetsu is tough now for some reason. And she's literally the same thing. Except instead of other Soultimates can fill her Soultimate gauge, she has a redrop. So she's going to go just about in the same place as the other one, but slightly worse. Well, I mean, she could be... You can argue either one of them above each other. Like, Shady, like, this one has a better kit, but this one's on a better team, so... But then again, in all honesty, you shouldn't be running this one anyway, so it doesn't matter. Next up, we have Kyogetsu. Kyogetsu's pretty cool. I like her. She is an Inflate 4 with pre-fill and drop big. I keep hiccuping and I hate it. I can't stop myself, and it sucks. So she's really good for, like, autoing. She's pretty good for clearing stages, and she's great for seal stages. So overall, a pretty good character. We're going to put right here. Because actually, no, we're going to do that. She's pretty great for seal stages. You can just, like, EX pop. And if your phone will, like, pause the game for you when you press the pause button, then she's actually, like, insanely good. But if your phone doesn't pause for you like mine does, then it's not really as insane, as impactful. But Shady's still pretty good. And she's, like, the best for the free-to-play Shady team, which is, you know, something, I guess. Next up, we're into Niji Sanji events. We're almost there, guys. So anyways, Hyakumen Tenbara Salome, I think I said that right, is a mysterious EX popper with Link Big and either pre-fill or the Ohajiki. I'm so used to this event being golf, I keep saying golf. So, it's better for her to have golf if you're, like, trying to, you know, have an optimal team. Because you can get away with not having the pre-fill. Because Link Big is just that good. So anyways, she is actually insane and is the reason that What's-His-Face is not very good. We're going to put her right here, just because EX Pop with Link Big is really freaking good. Having the golf skill, the Ohajiki skill on top of that is really freaking good. So yeah, she's going to go up there. Pretty cool. Next up, we have Yuzi Sara. She is an Inflate 4 with Drop Big, but Easy Link. She's like slightly worse than the rest of the Inflate 4s. But she's still pretty good because, you know, Easy Link and Drop Big is pretty nice for an EX popper. I mean, she's cool. That's kind of it. Oh, we'll talk about Yuika next because we'll gush about that guy later. She is an all-popper with a chance to crit and has Fever Fill and the HP-based skill. In terms of, like, how much I like the kit, it's down here. Actually, such a pain to use. But in terms of her actual performance, she's actually not that bad. So we're going to put her there purely because she can do insane damage if you do, like, rem things. But I don't care about doing that, so she gets to stay down there. And she can just fail. And she's HP based, so it's just a giant pain. Next up, we have Kizuku, the GOAT himself. He is a 128 combo popper, which is just the same thing, but more powerful than a regular 100 combo popper. And then he's got Shady, Unity, and Redrop. Actually, goated character. Going to go all the way right here. Just because Charming is better. But he's still insanely goated. So he does insane damage and provides unity. And he's on Shady. So we have this guy, her, and him. We got 3 unities. We have a Fever Extend, we have a Revive, and we have a Nuclear Damage Dealer. Then we have another Nuclear Damage Dealer, and then we have like the EX pop of like Peko or Punigami or whatever you want to use. So Shady's pretty cool. Now, we're almost done. We have 2 more events. Okay, I was going to say, why does Konosuba have less UZs? But that's because this guy's not technically a part of the series. So we'll talk about him first, I guess. Yokaiju is actually ridiculous. So he is an Inflate 4 with pre-fill. And then he has the same skill that Orihime Tsukiyomi has, where popping a size 6 or larger Puni can fill the fever gauge based on how big of a Puni you pop. I used to think it was just like the Puni of the person with this skill that, could fill the fever gauge. No, it has always been any large Puni. So you know how Blue Sky Helmet Suzaku can let any character get a critical hit? Well, these characters can let any large Puni fill the fever gauge. This character is ridiculous with the things that he can do. With Hangetsu, yeah, we used to think that you would just run one of them because, Alright, so here is someone's video, I don't know who, but this is against Last Throne, and it's tribe advantage, so you're gonna have to keep that in mind. I don't know if it has sound. We're gonna turn the sound off because just in case. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's muted on my end, so. It's standard tough stuff. We're doing the REM thing, and we're already at 800k, but it's tribe advantage, so it's not really that crazy. It's about to be crazy. So here, we're going to be constantly healing, and we're going to be constantly slightly refilling the fever gauge. As you can see, every time we pop one of the big Hangetsus, we're healing and slightly refilling the fever gauge. We're not even using Yokaiju Soultimate. We're purely using Hangetsu. So we've already killed the throne, but we still have a ton of time left because we keep adding time to the fever gauge. So we're just gonna keep going, like this. Pretty cool. Keep using Hangetsus. Could have used Yokaiju there, but it's fine. It's whatever. So now we use Yokaiju. It might feel more if it's Yokaiju's Soultimate that pops it. I don't know. But we're done with 3.15 million damage. It just triggered the revive. But, we have so much HP that we can keep doing this. So we can pop more. And I think we can do one more Soultimate, maybe? Nah. But 3.86 million damage. Now, granted, with tribe neutralness, subtract, I don't know if it's 15% or 10%, but it's still like 3.3 million damage. But that's still pretty insane. And Yokaiju is like a main part of that because we keep refilling the fever gauge. So, Hangetsu plus Yokaiju is actually goated. I remember someone commented on my video, Tough is so goated and based for being so good without needing a paid exclusive character. You shouldn't have said that because now Yokaiju exists and he's the top 3 character in the game. So, yeah. Don't be happy. Anyways, next up... No, I'm kidding. Next up, we have Memarina, but I'm just going to call her Spoilerina because who cares? My chair keeps creaking. I hate it. I have to sit up. Wah. Anyways, next up, she is a Soultimate filler with popping her own large Puni can fill other Soultimate gauges. And she's got guard. She's like the worst UZ plus in the game, but she's still just kind of alright because guard is pretty good. So we're going to do that. I've seen people use her on the team just so that way they can show that Iris is able to kill the throne stage with enough luck. It's actually, like, ridiculous. Kind of insane. So next up, we have Wyvern King, or Nanda, whatever you want to call him. Sal forgot his name. So he is a Fever Extender with Fever Fill, and then Unity for the new series, The 100 Tales of Puni Puni. There's not going to be 100 events. Don't let it fool you. So, I mean, he's cool, I guess. But he's kind of mid. He doesn't do anything special. He's trying to be, ironically enough, he's trying to be like Megumin, but there's no 100 characters, 100 Tales of Puni characters right now, so, we're just gonna have to, like, wait and see how good he's gonna be, but I don't really think he's gonna be too impressive, so we're just gonna put him, like, down here. Sure. I guess. Next up, we have a SWAT. Actually, yeah, we can go ahead and talk about SWAT Shogunyan. Future Summer Shogunyan is he's Fudo Riser, but and Mask Manager, but like way better. He's like on crack. So what it does, he will find the 5 largest Puni, inflate them, and then pop them all within a single instance of fever time. So fever time is frozen while he's doing his business. It's pretty good, but not for like normal gameplay. It's mainly good for score attack. His skills are like the fever gauge. Not the fever gauge. I'm playing golf too. I need to stop focusing. His skill reduces the in spirit duration. I don't know which one it is, but by 12 seconds. So I mean that's kind of useful. But his other skill is afterfill, and this is what makes him so good. This skill plus afterfill is so broken. I can't believe that they gave us this Shogunyan. So Fudo Riser was pretty good, but he doesn't do much damage. Well, now we have Shogunyan, who is better Fudo Riser and does more damage. And I'm pretty sure this guy and Fudo Riser can literally infinitely chain themselves. So we basically just have Arlay strats, but that can never be banned. Unless they update the ban list and disable Fudo Riser, which would be stupid, but whatever. So, yeah, he's actually going to even go above Punigami because he's just that good. And you can even just do normal Fudo Riser stuff with him. So, yeah, he's actually goated. Him, Lotus Ren, him, Akane, you, like, literally just any of these characters together, and they're so good with Shogunyan. Next up, we have Hana Sakamaru. He is a tap inflator with redrop and link big. So he's just Lotus Ren, but with redrop. So he's slightly better, and I'm actually going to put him there. People hate me when I say that this guy is like the best tap inflator for score attack, but I don't care. So, yeah. Now we're finally on to the Konosuba event, and we're going to go backwards order. So first up, we have Aqua. She is a all-popper that gets stronger with each use, which is like stacking all-popper, Dokkan reference, things like that. She has Afterfill, and they can either have the golf bonus or the HP-based skill. She would be kind of alright for the team if it weren't for the fact that original Aqua is already like the best character in the game, basically. And they look the same. So she actually just has to suffer and go down to like here, I guess. Should I put... I'm gonna put her here because at least this character looks different, and I've seen people use her on the actual Slippery team. No one's gonna use Aqua. Like, seriously. So next up, we have Yun. Actually, we'll talk about Darkness first, because Darkness just kind of sucks. She is an all-popper Soultimate filler, where using other Soultimates can fill her Soultimate gauge, and she's got Revive. So, like, she's cool, I guess. But, like, Tough already can Revive, and they don't really need a Soultimate filler because they have Hangetsu and Yokaiju. So, she's just kind of mid. We're gonna put her there, because she can at least be used for, like, double Revive strats for Tough if they ever need it for, like, a Gate of Whimsy or something? I don't know. Next up, we have Yun. She is an Inflate 4 attack booster with pre-fill and redrop. So she's just kind of a slightly worse version of Punigami, but she's still pretty freaking good. And then finally, we have Yuzi plus Megumin. She is a Brave Fever extender with Fever Fill and then Konosuba Unity or Easy Link. You should be bringing the Konosuba Unity. Her center trait is... Oh yeah, these guys have center traits too. Hers is pretty good. His was good, but he's not used anymore, so it doesn't matter. Hers is good for extra HP, and then his is good since you're just gonna run him anyway. So, and then Megumin's is Konosuba characters. The important thing is the 13% attack, which adds on with the this. So she gives original Megumin, which they look different enough, so you can run both of them, and it's not that bad. And we'll go ahead and delete this tier. She is giving original Megumin 45% attack, which equates to 22.5% pure damage. So let's say your Megumin is doing a lowballed 600,000 damage with Itsuki. With Yuzi plus Megumin, that's going up to 732,000. Plus the extra damage that Megumin herself is doing, Yuzi plus 1. That's like a whole 200,000 extra damage, purely because you're bringing Megumin instead of Itsuki. Now, because you don't have a fast fever, it's a little more dangerous, but, if you have Easy Link original Megumin, it's not that bad. So overall, she is going to go... here. I think that's good. Probably. Actually, no. We're gonna do this, and then I actually think this, and I think that yeah, we'll do that. So overall, this is what I think the new first half of June UZ and UZ plus tier list looks like. They're pretty good, in all honesty. A lot of the new characters are pretty good. We have a bunch of stinkers too, but hey, it's whatever. This is the new updated one, and yeah, I think that's all of them. I can't find any of them here, I think, and so yeah, here we go. I didn't want to wait until the second half of June, not February anymore, but yeah. Anyways, I'm still doing golf stuff. So next video will be Yokai Watch Blasters Plus Plus. Then Friday will probably be the score attack video, just because there's like 2 new score attack characters from one event. So we're gonna have to try them both out as the non-score attack player. And then next week will probably be the Konosuba character spotlight. So yeah, look forward to that. Anyways, yeah. 45 minutes, God. Okay, yeah. Bye.